super nerd.
Okay.
And then maybe you can join us in the nerd pile.
Yeah, no kidding. Wait, what? I did not just say that.
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I didn't.
Alright, so you don't really have anything else to do, so just continue with the story and I recommend saving. Otherwise, this is 40 minutes of time lost.
Yeah, no kidding. I just don't want to take up more space on my thing. I'm like, okay, if it's somebody else's thing on their own account, but even then, a terabyte on game consoles is not that much. I've already added a terabyte on top of what I've already got.
Wait, you have 2 terabytes now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The PlayStation 4, it comes with its own terabyte hard drive, and then I added another terabyte on top of it.
Wow.
I really want to get that.
You have to get high jump. You don't have high jump yet.
I know.
You have to go through the real world and then come back. That's not
Well, that's cool.
Take that!
that was
Thunder!
Here we go. Bang!
Thunder!
I feel like her attack is
Farewell! Take that!
Oh, God.
Thunder! Farewell! Come on! Take that! Thunder! Farewell! Come on! Thunder!
The one thing I did like about 360 is that you
Gotcha!
you can preset and you had like a command exit. Well, kind of like, but basically it's just a whole bunch of slots. And eventually you start to gain more slots that you can use.
right.
That's all right. Anyway, so eventually you get more slots. And you're like, okay, we trust you. Basically.
Take that!
Then you start to build up your decks, and you can get it doesn't matter what character.
Thunder! Farewell!
Really?
Yep.
How do I tell?
So you have to pay attention to it.
Okay, I know what this is.
Come on!
Another one is a mimic off the summoning summoners. What's it called?
I don't know.
It's an app that you can get. Summoners.
I recommend saving. You won't love me with it, so.
Actually, to put it that way. And I was on the phone the other night
Oh, geez.
with somebody that was in one of my classes, and you know, what was interesting to me was that I just spent a little bit of time with her just to go into town, and I'm like, "You're going to Walmart? Oh, why don't I just come with you, because I actually need to go ahead and get my milk." I didn't think anything was gonna come of it, I guess. And so I called her later that night after she was texting me from like 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and I'm like, that's it, I'm just gonna call her. And then I invited her to come join me for a movie that night. And then she's like, oh, well, how about Tuesday? Tuesday sounds good. And so we've got Tuesday that she's gonna come over and watch a movie with me. I'm not like super excited that it's the first date that I'm doing it with, because I don't typically do that on a first date. But what was interesting to me is that I ended up talking on the phone for 2 hours.
No, it was like 3 hours. Like it was like forever.
I checked the phone. It said 2 hours.
I'm pretty sure it was 3.
I'm pretty sure it was 2. I can prove it right now. But she told me where she was attending her ward at church, and so I decided to go over to church. And she wasn't there. And I'm like, well, what was the point of going? Was she like messing with me or something? So I texted her after that second meeting, and I said, so how was church? And she's like, I actually didn't go. I wasn't feeling too good with my tummy. And I'm like, I'm sorry, do I need to come over with some food? And she's like, no, I'm good, thanks. I'm actually feeling a lot better. I'm like, are you sure I could bring over some chicken noodle soup? She's like, no, I'm good. Is this another mimic?
As you can probably tell, I took over the dance, so he's still telling his story.
Anyways, I'll finish off the story, but what was funny is when I came back home with her from Walmart,
May I present my daughters, Drizella and Anastasia?
she was dragging
As I
in some
feared,
of her groceries. I was grabbing
there's
the
darkness
milk
here.
and all the rest of that. And I looked at some of her roommates as I'm leaving.
It's
Almost.
dangerous to fight the darkness with
It
light,
took like
my
a
dear.
minute.
Now you're checking out a
No, I'm not
Who
checking
are
out her
you?
roommates, man. It's just, it was
Cinderella's
funny
fairy
because
godmother.
the way they
I
were
appeal
looking
to
at
those
me,
who believe that dreams come true.
and
Oh.
they
Then
kind
I'm
of had that
honored.
look like
But why
Who's
would you
this
advise
guy,
me
you know?
not to fight darkness with light?
they were waving her
Storm rays of
eyebrows
sun
at her
create
and
dark
everything.
shadows.
I could tell I was,
Lady Tremaine
you know,
and both her
I was
daughters
pretty
are jealous
noticeable
of
about
Cinderella's
what was
charm
going
and
on.
beauty.
They were not
Qualities
raising at
that
me. They were
appeal
like
to you as light,
winking
jealousy
and
as
going right back at
darkness. Light
her.
and dark go
Not
hand
me,
in
you
hand.
turd.
You can't have one without the other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then what should I do?
I am not attractive
It's
to you.
quite simple, dear.
You are
One
not
of
my type.
Cinderella's friends is trying
Nah,
very
I know
hard
you're
to
quite the
keep her
lady
light
slave.
from fading.
That is not
I
true.
want you to join little Jacques and help
I
him.
have girl problems.
I
I've
can
got
do
like
that.
3 girls here that I really
A little
like.
bit of my magic to help, Jacques.
That's besides the point.
Come back and see me when you're ready.
And okay, never mind. I'm just not gonna continue. Not there. So, anyways, I was on the phone with her, and I'm like, "So, what did your roommates have to say after I left?" And they're like, "She's like, oh, well." They actually were like asking me if it was a new boyfriend or something, and I'm thinking to myself, uh-oh, what have I got myself into? And she's like, they asked me if I was a new boyfriend, had a new boyfriend, and she's like, maybe, maybe not. And I'm sitting here going, I don't know if I'm your boyfriend. I don't know.
Well, apparently.
How do we decide this? Like, what point does that become a thing? Do,
When you decided this?
do I just say in my mind that she's my girlfriend, or I have to actually talk to her and say that?
Well,
Are you okay?
if you have a question about it.
Rindarelli, step muddy lacquer in a rum.
Who am I asking? YouTube, or am I asking you?
Hey man. Chef, don't judge.
Let me help you.
So you're saying that I should ask her?
Suck.
Yeah?
Oh,
Ask
that
her.
sounds like Ben fans. Do you ever meet a Ben?
To be my girlfriend.
I'm Aqua.
Whoa.
But tell me how you know about Ven.
Okay, we're not going there yet.
Ben Van Hepper Jack Fixer
Oh,
Rindarelli Duress.
which reminds me.
And where is he now?
She
Rooker for friend.
apparently has had
friend.
other relationships where they're like, "Have you kissed
I
him
see.
yet?" And
Ven,
she's like, "Oh
You
yeah,
must have
maybe I
just
should."
missed her.
And I'm like, "Oh no, I've got this thing with my mom, and she doesn't want me to kiss my
Enough of this.
companion
Watch,
until
young
I actually
lady.
get married."
Please.
So I'm not really sure where
Don't
like
worry,
the
Rindarelli
line
can't try that
to draw there. I'm sorry, YouTube. I am a Mormon. I'm sorry. I
Come
have
on,
to
flurry.
state it. But
No.
it's hard to judge because some
all right.
things
Leave
is
this to me.
left between you
Yeah, don't lose
and
that
the
key.
Lord, or you, your parents, and my parents' view. It's like, oh, you shouldn't because you need to save that special moment for you and you know. But I don't know. Maybe I'll just be like defy all odds and go against the will. It's true. They don't have a control, but and the other thing that gets me is that we still, as a society, we have this thing where we rely on our parents. And that's actually a commandment, is that we listen to our parents. But there's also other commandments that we completely ignore as a society. And I'm not saying that Mormons are perfect. For all those of you who think we are, it's not true. We still struggle just as much as all of you. Like we're not perfect
Talk about
people.
struggling.
Are you kidding? I probably struggle more than anybody else, if
Oh, no, I'm
not
talking
just
about
as
myself.
much.